everybody, welcome to yet another episode of A Drop Hip Hop Uncensored. Nakalisa Kina Rentinson, your favorite hip hop Barbie. You know, cause I'm twice as nice, honey. Listen, today I have with me Pitori sensational melodic writer, producer, fashion expert. 321, hello.
What's up with you people?
Easy. I love the drip.
Oh yeah,
very on brand. I love it. We're pushing the merch.
I have to put it in your face.
You got a dollar.
Yeah,
you need a dollar, you know.
Yeah.
So before I get into anything, man, what I want to know is, as a young black man growing in South Africa, what was it like being raised or growing up in a home where you're raised by a single mother?
I wouldn't say there's any way I can put it. For me, it was normal because that was my life. That was what I was born into. That was how I lived. I didn't know anything else. You know? So for me, it's normal, I would say. But at the same time, like growing up with a single mother teaches you a lot, man. It's crazy how single mothers like raise like legit stand-up guys. I don't know. So, but like in the absence of my father, it taught me to be like a man at an early age. Yeah.
So then, because you look like you have a good head on your shoulders, right? And shout out to your moms for that.
Mama.
What influenced you to start making music? Because I want to go back to that moment where you realized that I'm good at this, or I want to do this, or I should try that.
It's most definitely my mom. You know, my mom is not a musical person, as in like vocally or whatnot, but she has a good ear, and she used to play me. Well, in the house, she used to like play loud music, right? And different genres. There was no limit to what she listened to. It was like a Bacardi.
Your mom used to play Bacardi.
Like it would switch up from like ballads. The Bee Gees and whatnot.
Your mom's pretty cool, ne?
Bro, my mom is, well, I want to go to
she's pretty cool.
And my mom is the wilder one between the two of us. I'm more quiet, I'm more, you know.
Oh, not quiet.
I'm chill. Yeah, so yeah, that's how I picked up that I have a musical
gift.
Yeah, basically, because I used to mimic everything she played. I remember in like first grade, there was like a young talent show. So I went there, got this the OGs. There was a song, I don't quite remember the name of the song, but there was this the OGs, and that's when I performed at my first ever performance ever. The OGs. So that's also where I picked up the melodies, melodical, you know, the melodical energy.
And you have a lot of that in your music. One thing about you, I think if a person listens to you for the first time, they would automatically assume that you're a singer first, then you know, an all-round artist.
Yeah, and it's crazy because I always say like, yo, I can't say like I'm not a singer, and I don't want to speak negatively on myself, but at the same time I don't want to disrespect the people who say they're actually singers, because I'm a rapper first, but remembering like how I was brought up and all the music that was played for me, I encompass that in my music. You know?
That's dope.
Yeah.
Speaking of your music, what did it feel like hearing your song for the first time on radio?
I remember, I think I was in high school. Yeah, I was in high school, and it was like a local radio station. Shout out to Sony FM.
Shout out.
And then who was I with? I don't remember who was I. But I zoned out. I heard my voice, I zoned out. The person next to me was like, yo.
Your song is on radio.
Because I have a very like late reaction to things sometimes. So something could happen.
It takes you some time.
Then after a few days, I'm like, damn, I was actually on radio. You know. So that was a crazy moment for me, and that was a moment where like it showed me like, yo, this is for you.
It's happening.
This is for
like it's coming to fruition. Yeah. Okay. Now you were part of a group for a very long time, and I'm assuming you still are, right?
Yeah.
So has it not come to your mind, because you featured with the likes of Benchmark, DJ Enzo, Tato Soul, CB, like the list is endless, you know? Did it never occur to you to venture out on your own and do a solo career, or is it the loyalty to your boys?
Actually, I've always been like a solo artist. The group that you're talking about, the Map Entertainment. Shout out to Tiza, shout out to Skylar, shout out to Crazy. It was actually a record label started by my boy Tiza.
Oh, okay.
So it was kind of like a Black Hip, like Kendrick.
Yes.
Yeah, it was kind of like something like that.
Oh, like the support and
yeah.
the resources
Yeah.
to help you as
Yeah.
as a ooh, you're gonna have to do that one.
Okay.
No, don't stop it. We'll just carry on. Yeah. So it was like an environment for you to have resources
Yeah.
and for you to grow.
Yeah, basically, and it was like the reason why we called it Namapi because we're from Namapis, right? So people used to call Namapi as Maftown. And we were like, no, that's not right. There is already a Maftown that exists. Let's call it Namapi. So my boy created that record label. I joined them like on a later stage because they were already rocking, you know. And then we started doing songs together, a lot of songs together. So we put up mixtapes, and that's how, like, maybe you saw it as a group, but initially
It's like you guys were building each other as solo artists.
So
That's
it
beautiful
wasn't
though.
so at this point, you can't say like we've broken up or anything like that. We're still boys.
You still help each other out. Whenever you need a call or a gig or a resource, you hit them
So
up.
that was the communication from each other. Like, yo, we're gonna do
That's
this,
dope.
and then we're gonna help you out, and then when we're done with you, we're gonna help you out. It's like that, like that. We're actually helping each other find each other's purposes and discipline.
And sounds, né? That's really nice. And I think you guys are very lucky to have, still very lucky to have each other. One of the things that I love is you love where you come from. You know, Olimabi, and you are one person that is for community development, right? And a lot of people might not know, but you were actually part of a community group, you know, development group where you guys were teaching kids about aviation. What other talents would you say you possess that a lot of people don't know about? And I'm not asking this so that you can, you know, like shine or brag or whatever, but it's to also show how your vision has been to Taba.
Sure. So this started with Limapi actually. So what we did was like organize like a charity thing where we raised money for like it was like an underprivileged daycare center sort of, you know. So we go to sponsorships and ask them, okay, help us do this, we do. And also like where I'm from is very drug infested. Like the drug use there is crazy. So we're just trying to show like the little ones like coming up, like there's actually positive things that you can do. Unlike looking up to somebody doing drugs or this drug dealer or, you know. So and then shout out to Sylvester, that's the aviation, Phoenix Aviators. So he's studying for his like pilot license. So he asked me.
Shout out to him. Shout out to him.
So he asked me like, yo, like, can we do this thing where, you know, educate young? Because there's more to like education after like you're trained than just wanting to be a doctor or wanting to be a lawyer. Like you know the basics.
The mainstream careers that are guarantee you a form of employment.
So we just want to open up their minds while they're still young.
That there's more.
Yeah.
There's more opportunities. There's more doors that you can knock on.
Yeah. Okay. And also with myself, like I study graphic design. So and with graphic design is very solve the problem. Like solve it's there's no specific thing that you. It's very broad, so you can do literally anything. So with my graphic design, that's why I use that skill in fashion, in my music, the artwork that I produce, the videos, you know, like just the way of thinking, basically. That's where I use that skill. So yeah, I hope I answered your question.
You very well at that. And speaking of you having the skills and giving skills, you're a very skillful individual because you also in terms of your fashion perspective. You've worked for the David Tlale Couture.
Oh yeah, for
So
sure.
what do I know? No, or like
Nah.
or were you sketching?
Not even.
Or were you coordinating? Like what was your role? Because that is a big accomplishment.
Yeah.
You know, that is a very big accomplishment because now not only are you busy with your brand and other brands as well,
Yeah.
but that laid the foundation
Yeah.
for where you are.
The crazy thing about that is it was never in my plans. Like it was never.
But it wasn't in your path because
Yeah. So what happened was after like I think my third year of studying graphic design, you had to do like an internship program, whatever. So I saw this post. It's like, yo, we are hiring graphic designers, what do you want? And I sent it through. And then I think it took like a year for them to answer. So I already gave up on that one. So when they called me, like, yo, like we searched all the candidates and like thank you, you know, I was like, okay. So, and the crazy thing about it is, in the interview, he was asking me questions about like, do you know my brand? Do you know what we do here? Do you know anything about fashion? In my mind, I'm like,
what was your answer?
I had to like wing it, like yeah.
Sure. And then you had to Google after that.
Yeah. And he's like, yo, don't tell me what you saw on my website. I was like, yo, that's what I prepared for. Damn. So what am I gonna say? But like I just honestly spoke my mind, like, yo, I can help you. I have ideas and stuff like that. You know, and that's how I ventured into that.
I appreciate that so much about you because your honesty is what let you get into the door in the first place.
Yeah.
You know. And speaking of fashion, right?
Yeah.
We got merch. Yeah.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We got merch.
The whole
You know,
time.
you out here. So let's
Yeah.
talk about that. When did it start? What is it about?
Godspeed also started out like around about the same time. So Effie hit me up because I was like kind of like the go-to graphic designer, me and my boy Scala, right? So it's like, yo, I need a logo. I'm doing this, blah blah blah. I'm like, okay, cool, yeah, hey, swap, no way.
So if I ask for a logo, don't for a logo.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Shout out.
Okay. Yeah, and that's basically how Godspeed started out. And then I let him do his thing, and then it's only like I think last year or something where we were like, yo, let me be like your creative director, and then this.
Let me dial. And you're doing the most.
Yeah.
Like even with the new designs, with
Yeah.
the different blues that you guys have, the nude colors, the winter collections.
Yeah, Effie's crazy with the color schemes and like picking out the colors.
You're crazy with the designs.
Yeah, for sure. You know, I gotta.
Okay, yin and yang. Y'all are out here. I see you. Let's go back into your music, right? You've collaborated with a lot of Pitori artists.
Sure.
Your Enzo's, your Tattoo Souls, your Benchmarks. How did those collaborations come from? Was it in terms of a friend, or did you just hit them up and be like, hey, well, dad, let's work? One thing I've noticed about artists in the music industry, if y'all don't know each other personally, y'all don't want to fuck with each other.
Yeah, it's crazy. I know it's crazy.
No, but why though?
I don't know. I can't relate.
Okay. I love that you can't relate because I mean you could be closing doors to be working with exceptional people. Yeah. So how did those collaborations come about?
Now that you mentioned that, like the name you mentioned is CV, right? With CV, because I just want to extend on what you were saying about if you don't know each other, what do. With CV, I didn't know her. Like how my friend who was like recording with them probably played them some music, and then her manager heard my music, and then he sent me like songs like, yo, I need you on this.
She has an exceptional voice.
Like I heard it,
and then you were just like, yeah, let's
same time
work.
I was on it.
Let's work.
I didn't like talk to her or anything like that. Same time I was on it, because with me, like it's more about the music more than me.
I love that so much.
Yeah, if I hear a song and it bangs, no matter who you are, I'm on it. You know.
You're about the craft.
Yeah. Same thing. I think with Enzo, I don't remember. I think with Enzo, we were just kind of like always around each other. You know, always like sexy, hola, but you know, God's timing. You know. With Benchmark. I don't link up. I think through my boy Teaser, he used to be like close to them, or he's close to them, and then we started hanging out. I think it took us like 3 years before we made music together.
Took some time, man.
Yeah, it took time.
Trusting,
Like,
building trust.
Yeah.
Le hectic, yo. What boys are so hectic.
It wasn't even about that, you know. It was just like we chilling.
Oh, yeah. So it was just a genuine, you know, type of
Yeah, we both like
vibe.
chilling. You know?
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. No, I hear you. Who would you want to work with in the future?
Is it local, international?
Bona, whatever your heart desires. Doesn't matter. Local, international, African continent, Asian continent.
Yeah.
Bona, choose my kid's head.
Tyler the Creator.
Shout out. I see it though. I see it.
Tyler the Creator. Most definitely Pharrell. Free my nigga Thug. I would like to work with Thug any day. Okay, locally, let's bring it back locally. Anati. If he's still making music,
he is.
Anati.
He is, but
Please.
I guess he's still on the low.
If he's watching this, I know he's probably watching
He's
this.
probably watching this.
Anati, please.
Hit the boy up.
You know, I'm from Pitori.
Hit the boy up.
Ngasarasa ko studio ngo no kuning nila. Start na kadimala. Ino na waru ko Yeah, and like Black Coffee, you know, I'd like to be on like something like Black Coffee like does.
And I've noticed you're a very diverse artist because you've also worked with they had an Amapiano hit in 2020. You know them, the two guys.
Two guys.
Amapiano. You know them.
Mohammed.
No, you know them. They're a music duo group. I can't.
And I was on it.
Yes. What's the Amapiano song you've been on? Or house song that you've been on?
House. Damn.
Two DJs.
I was on the house.
other one is Chubby.
Oh, it's Chubby.
You know that, like, you literally dropped a song, I think a month ago with them, or 2 months ago.
I remember that one.
I'm telling you, the two Chubby guys, even, come on, even Bumpy knows them. Who that? Exactly. La 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 la.
Oh.
La 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 la. Those guys.
The Lokis.
Yes, the Lokis.
Oh damn. Oh snap. Oh yeah, shout out to the Lokis.
Dogs.
Ah, damn.
Really?
Oh snap.
Really?
It's like Chubby guy.
Yes, Chubby guys.
Yeah, but
You're always dropping music with them. That's why I was like, you're a very diverse artist because you do different genres.
Yeah, shout out to the Lokis, man. I ain't forget y'all. You know, it happens, man.
It's like just tangible. Who else after Black Coffee?
After Black Coffee, then Tuda.
Shout out.
Who else do I want to work with? I think a lot of house and or Shekinah. Definitely Shekinah. Who else? Oh,
Okay.
there's a lot.
I hope they get to see this though, so that they hit you up. You know. This year, part of your 2022 milestones, Savage Beauty. Right.
Crazy.
So, how would you want your reach to be from here? Because that is like one of the number one, actually top 10 streamed series on Netflix at the moment, right? So, how far would you like your reach to get from here?
As far as Pluto, as far as it could go, because I don't want to limit myself in any way. That's why I tap into all these genres, because I feel like I can do it, like I can.
And I believe you can as well.
Yeah.
You really can.
Yeah. So that's how far I want to take it.
Okay. How different is Apparently I Must Lose to Water? Because Water is my favorite EP of yours, and I felt like it was very short.
Yeah.
Like, you have Dumitladi, you have Tyson, you have Miles. Listen, why was it short also?
It was very deliberate.
Okay.
Just for you to like
No Khadisa.
Repeat.
No Khadisa.
Yeah,
Okay.
repeat. You know.
So, how different are you to when you were making your first tape to your EP now?
Okay, my very first tape, which is Rise.
Yeah.
I was kind of like finding my, I wouldn't say sound, but like myself. You know.
Okay.
I was kind of finding myself, and also like because I'm a very observant guy. Like I chill and study my environment before I engage in anything. You know. And then with Apparently I Must Lose, it was very experimental. It was very I'm gonna
It
do
didn't sound experimental.
well in terms of like jumping from
Oh,
like a hip hop
okay.
track and then there's like a Afrobeat track and
Okay.
then all of a sudden there's like a sad song and then you know so experimental in terms of like how I was feeling, my feelings, and also with that one it was kind of like letting go of because there was some music that I recorded and I lost that. So I had to. Yeah,
You had
so I
to start.
Yeah, so with that one, it was just like I need to get something out. Just like get it. It was I was applying pressure on myself. Like just get it out. Like get it out. There's a lot on your mind. There's a lot of just let it. And then with water, I was just like we're chilling.
With water, you were a cool guy.
We're chilling.
With water, you were and you could feel the confidence in your voice.
Yeah, we're chilling. Yeah, we're chilling.
You know,
Chilling.
like, and you could feel how comfortable you were with what you were making. And I think that's why I love it, because aesthetically as well, the cover is exceptional.
Yeah, Bruce Lee.
It's
Bruce Lee shit.
exceptional.
Yeah.
Like, it's really exceptional.
Shout out to Scara for that one. Yeah.
So how would you then describe your sound? Because you can literally move from piano to house to hip hop to
Yeah.
melodic to trap soul to, you know?
Yeah.
So would you box yourself, or would you just say you just make music?
I make music. I like that question for me is just like how would you I don't know how to describe my sound and anything like that. I just make music. I just whatever I feel, I'm on it. And I'm very like I like learning, about different sounds and like how do I get there? How do you make this? How do you make your voice sound like that? How do you flow like that? So yeah, I'm a student of that mostly.
Speaking of making music based off of how you're feeling, let's talk about the heartbreak in Spain.
Yeah. It's
Let's
crazy.
let's talk about a heartbreak in Spain.
Yeah.
What happened?
Crazy enough, like everyone asked me that, like
What
yo,
happened?
like who is it? Like what
I mean, you don't have to tell me her name, but like I want the tea. Like,
Yeah,
what
yeah.
happened?
Oh, with Heartbreak in Spain, it's actually a collective of heartbreaks. I just
Oh.
summarized everything into one, maybe there's a few like highlighted ones, but like
Let know themselves.
Yeah, you get it. Catch yourself, please. Catch yourself. Some are out the country, hey, watching there from Mukdiru, Yeah. So with Heartbreak in Spain, I was just like pour it out, because I'm very close. Like I don't really
Talk about your shit.
like my emotions and whatnot. So this was the first time I was like, just let it out. Can you say space? You just let it out.
I hear your chats. I hear your chats. I can't wait for it to drop.
Yeah.
Oh, can we expect visuals from it?
Yeah, for sure, most definitely. I think that one is very special to me. It's a very special song. So yeah, expect visuals from it. Expect like a push, very good push from me.
Speaking of expecting a visual, right?
Yeah.
Can we expect a project maybe, or more features that you're going to be having in the near future?
Right
Or are
now-
you just taking a break from making a full-on body of work?
Now we're making like what is the word? We producing. So what I'm actually doing is Heartbreak in Spain is kind of like a main show, because last year I tweeted like I wanna just make the best R&B/trap soul like project, So we kick it off with Heartbreak in Spain, which is gonna be like in the middle of the whole thing. I know it's kind of like piano, deep house, but it's kind of like in the middle. You know how Drake would like have a hip hop album
And then have a feature with Black Coffee.
yeah,
I get
that
you.
kind of thing.
I
So
get you.
what I'm doing is right now I'm wrapping up my R&B project. It's gonna be like 10, 15 songs or so. So that's me saying.
You putting in the work, eh?
Yeah, that's me saying I can do R&B, I can do trap soul.
And I think if you have the opportunity to, why not?
Yeah.
If you
for sure.
can do it, then do it.
So that's what we're doing right now.
Do the most, eh?
Yeah.
Okay. And what would you tell your 10-year-old self?
My 10-year-old self. What would I tell my 10-year-old self? What was I doing at 10 years old? What grade are you in 10? 10 is it?
I'm not going to
Five.
reveal. When you were 10, you were in grade 5. Yeah. Grade 5. Yeah, grade 5.
Grade 5, ne? What would I tell myself? Just breathe, Just breathe.
That's sweet.
because like anxiety attacked me very young. So I'd say just breathe. Don't listen to the noise. Make the noise. What else would I tell it? It's not your fault. It's not your fault. Yeah.
The last one I felt it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's crazy.
really-
Yeah.
So now, how do you then manage with your mental health?
How do I manage it?
Because in the music industry, we're not like in the corporate spaces where people have medical aid,
Yeah.
they can go to psychologists
Sure,
and whatever.
sure.
So do you have a soundboard or a person that you can go to?
I think my music, like the people in general, like hear me out. This is what I have, inside. But otherwise, I keep myself very busy. I don't know if that's like a
Coping mechanism.
So yeah, that's how I like shut everything off. Just keep busy.
Okay, that's good. A message for your mom
Yeah.
to close it off, because you're one of the biggest rising stars in South Africa.
Yeah, sure.
And
Thank you.
I am so happy that this is your first podcast interview. So like 5 years from now, when you're winning Grammys or some shit, I'm gonna be like,
Yeah.
well, I called that shit.
Yeah, for sure.
You know.
For sure.
So what message would you give your mom?
What message would I give my mom? Firstly, I love you very much. Like I love my mom. Like, crazy. She's a very strong woman, and that's where I get my like resilience from. So I would say I love her very much. Like I'm trying to like be the best thing that could ever happen to her, her life and all that. So yeah, I'm trying. I am trying. So yeah, that's what I'm telling my mom.
That is so sweet. Speaking of sweet, I have a young Itsnyana for you.
I wonder.
Yo, man, 3, 2, 1. Much love, much light. We got this shit really low. I'm telling you, from the gutter to the world. Y'all don't understand it like you do, and you and I do. That's part of my journey. Very talented. Relies off of energies a lot. And energy is the main source of everything positive and everything electrified. So just gotta keep that energy with it. And we just gotta make this money, a lot of it. And we gotta take this thing to the world. And the next time I ever send you a voice note on an interview, it's gotta be when we in Paris. In Paris, Tokyo, Japan, LA, and Tokyo.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
When I asked him for this, he's like,
surprised, man. Shout out to you.
when I texted him and I'm like, don't you wanna like say anything to him? He's like, are you interviewing him today? I'm like, yes.
Yeah.
Now at 12. He's
Yeah.
like, really?
Yeah.
What's happening? He says me a laughing voice. Ari, we got work to do.
Yeah, for sure. Cause
So when is he going to come and do an interview when we got work to do?
he was hitting me up on the way like, yo, did you send the hook to her? Did you do it? I'm like, yeah, I'll get on it. I just gotta do a young interview and then,
So that time what you do, you're on your way to the drop.
But that's dope. That's a dope.
That's real love also,
Yeah,
ne?
he's a cool gent.
Shout out to you guys. I love your guys' brotherhood.
Yeah.
Like it gives so much inspiration to so many people.
Yeah.
Before I let you go, we're gonna play Guess That Verse. Ne? These are all from your songs.
Okay.
So this is a game we play on the 3rd season. So this is to test if you wrote your shit or not.
Yeah, for sure.
So I don't know nobody no favors.
The thing is, I've said that in a lot of unreleased songs.
Okay, can I give you a clue?
Okay, cool.
When you're on the rise in the rap game, what do you call it?
You're on the rise. Come on.
Come on.
Came up.
Come on.
Came up.
Exactly.
Yeah.
This one you need to get. I'm on my road to riches. Please don't put me in a box.
I'm on the road to riches, but please don't put me in a box. Tagging this and that. This is
Hey.
Oh. I'm better with the.
I can't give you another clue.
I'm better than this. But hey, yeah, I rap the verse. I'm on the road to riches, but please don't put me in a box. Ish.
It's fire.
Ish.
It's fire. Literally, it's a fire verse also.
With that song, like that verse has been on so many like different beats, you know.
That you just
it's like because I do that a lot. Like
Okay.
this beat is not the one, you know.
Alright, I hear
I'm
you.
failing my own songs. I am failing.
Well, if you don't get this is my favorite song. This is one where I have in my hip hop South African playlist. If you don't have it, I'm dragging you for the rest of your life until you win a Grammy.
Let's hear it.
Baro matata afeli. Ano pakela. Come on. Come on. You cannot do this one. Yeah. I love the video also.
Yeah,
It's crazy. Was that that was fake money, eh?
Yeah, that was fake. That
Oh, it
was
looks so
actually
real.
our faces on it.
It looks so real.
Yeah,
Like
that's
it looked pretty real. That's all from me. Where can people book you, follow you, talk to you, hello at you?
Yeah. So on my social media is 321 anyway. That's 3, the number 3. Spell out the 2, TWO 1, the number 1. _J on Instagram, _J on Twitter, and it's just 321 on Facebook. And for bookings, 321bookings@gmail.com.
Shout out.
Shout out to you.
Thank you so much for gracing me with your
Yeah,
presence.
shout out.
I can't wait to see what you're gonna do and how you're gonna blow you bigger than you are right now. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is another episode of The Drop Hip Hop Uncensored. You know, we bring you all the stars and rising stars of the hip hop game. Do follow us on all social media platforms at The Drop Uncensored. If you got a request or you know a rising star, honey, or already shining star, do email us at thedrophiphopuncensored@gmail.com. Tell your people to tell their people that hip hop is alive, my nigga. From my heart to yours, because you know I'm twice as nice. Mahalo, everybody.
Got this on.